maybe he will have taken a selfie with Kanye. So maybe they will have had a very small interaction with one another, nothing serious or that will amount to anything at all. It does seem to stand up to scrutiny. So here is the latest breaking news on the Nick Fuentes and Kanye West situation. Turns out basically that it was a bunch of nothing, actually, a giant nothing burger. And that clip that we saw of Nick walking awkwardly, like a I don't know, like a cringe weirdo and an anti-social autist in the background behind Kanye. I think that was the about as far as the interaction between the two went, as far as I currently know. Now, it is possible that maybe when Nick finally does a stream again, maybe he will have taken a selfie with Kanye. So maybe they will have had a very small interaction with one another, nothing serious or that will amount to anything at all. But it is also possible that that was the extent of their interaction, and Kanye West actually has no idea that Nick Fuentes is even alive, is even a person that exists. Okay, and here we have a post from Keno Shea over on Telegram. Let me get that ad for you guys. Definitely a channel that you want to follow. So on Telegram, they are t.me/gunt news. Let me actually grab the link for you guys and drop that in the chat. There we go. Okay, so from Keno Shea, Gunt News, etc. Milo was introduced to Kanye through a Turning Point USA contact. Makes sense. Nick Fuentes begged to tag along and wasn't involved in the video at all, which we saw clearly. Clearly, Nick had nothing to do with that video. He was just, as I mentioned, awkwardly strolling around, staring at his shoelaces. The Guns News Network can confirm when Nick deleted his Telegram post that they had never met. Okay, so at that moment in time, when you see that video, it's not like, they were hanging out, they were chilling, throwing back beers, even though Nick claims he doesn't drink. At that point, they had not met. Now, it is still possible that they did, that they did have a very short, very small interaction, surface level, nothing serious, nothing will come out of this. But I'm just trying to cover all the bases here, just to, let you know what to expect. Kanye does not know who Nick Fuentes is and will not be involved in his campaign. This is what the Gunt News Network is reporting. Now, I reached out to Keno Shea to get a feel for how confident he was in this reporting, and he told me that he had a high degree of confidence. He has sources that he knows, that he trusts, people that are inside the movement and are willing to, they hate Nick like so many do these days. And this is what has been circulating within the Groyper circles. So, and this is what Nick does. Nick is a true con artist. And what he'll do is he'll take an interaction like this, if you could even call it that. That's not even really what it was, but he'll take a 2-second clip and he'll pretend that him and Kanye are best friends now, and that they go way back, and that they're plotting to take over the country together, and that Nick is going to be an integral part of the Kanye campaign. Of course, this is pure fiction. None of this is going to happen. Basically, as far as I can tell, Milo, as a favor to Nick, snuck him into the Beverly Hills studio, which, by the way, is absolutely massive, and I think that it's the kind of operation where, like, you could go in the studio, and if you walked by Kanye, he wouldn't know any different, right? He would probably just assume, oh, this must be somebody who works here, right? Like he wouldn't know, because it's not like he lives there. I mean, it's a place that he visits, regularly, but I'm sure he's got studios all over the world. He's constantly traveling. He has hundreds, if not thousands, of people who work for him. So, I'm sure he's walking past people within his own properties every single day that he doesn't even recognize and doesn't think twice about. So, like I said, currently the belief is that this was the extent of the interaction between the two. Milo snuck him in there as a favor. And then Nick, who is a megalomaniac and is incapable of controlling his egotism, he essentially confirmed that he was this person walking in the background of the video. And this totally outraged Milo because now there's actually a storm brewing, because if word gets back to Kanye that Milo had done this, behind his back, like this covert operation, this gay op behind his back, then this is potentially going to jeopardize Milo's future as campaign manager for Kanye. And also, it's going to burn, not that there was a bridge there to begin with, but obviously Nick is trying to build a bridge between himself and Kanye. And if Kanye finds out that this, white nationalist was running amok in his Beverly Hills studio and Milo was the one who snuck the white nationalist in, then forget about it. And the story is starting to garner mainstream attention.